legalzinho, mano. Ele é meio estilo The Witcher. Mas, tipo assim, não é. Eu não posso dizer com certeza, né? Mas pelo que eu joguei, não é tão da hora quanto The Witcher. Mas ele é bom, eu gostei. É, porque com esse bagulho de assinatura, velho, sempre vem 2 jogos gratuitos todo mês, não dá. Principalmente eu que sou lento de jogar, não dou conta de jogar quase nada, velho. Exato. E eu sou lento, mano. Sabe que eu demoro pra zerar os jogos. Platinar então nem se fala, nossa senhora. Mas também tem que ser com a mídia física. Ou não? É, isso daí eu tenho. Eu tenho que era seu e eu comprei de você, então eu posso te emprestar. Não sei que você queira comprar de volta por R$ 300. Corre lá e impede ele de baixar o arquivo. Exclui o arquivo. Vai lá naquele bagulho lá de notificações, cara, e exclui o download. Ou pausa o download, também dá pra pausar. É burrão, hein? Não, agora que instalou já era, não adianta excluir. Você vai ter que excluir e instalar a mídia toda de novo. O que eu tinha que fazer aqui mesmo? Não sei nem que missão que eu tô fazendo. Não, acho que eu lembrei, tem que ir lá falar com o capitão. É isso aí. E lá vamos nós. Bom, também não sei. Não quero que... É só você falar que não quer atualizar. Eu nado? Acho que não, nem pulo. Ih, cara, será que por aqui não dá pra ir? Eu falei que era um glitch, cara.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Nossa.
There's some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Ah, mas você já zerou uma vez o jogo. O brutal não é que vem depois do esmagador? Acho que você tem que... O que aparece quando você tenta selecionar ela? Então você tem que zerar no esmagador para selecionar a brutal. Será? Quanto ao grumete... Perguntar sobre os hereges, perguntar sobre a ausência de Constantine, pedir ajuda com a mercadoria, perguntar sobre, ir embora. Tá, um monte de coisa. Vamos começar com esse daqui, quanto ao grumete. Oh, caralho, quanto ao grumete tem mais opções? Conhecidos em Serene. Ah, quando você viu... Nossa, Grumete é o nome do cara. Nossa, o cara se chama Grumete.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Tá, já perguntei sobre o grumete. Sobre os hereges.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Ele falou que tem que zerar uma vez no difícil? Falar com ele abertamente sobre sua missão. Sou um cara aberto.
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Então você teria que zerar no difícil mesmo, Nandinho. Seis horas e pouco, tá lá na série. 6 horas e pouco, tá lá na série. Bom, você demorou 6 horas e pouco, eu demorei mais de 20. Ainda mais esse jogo top.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Caralho, já vi que eu vou... Na teoria, esse bagulho de navegar aqui devia ser uma coisa que devia acontecer rapidão, mas tem tanta coisa pra fazer nessa cidade que eu vou sair daqui com umas 20 horas já. Pedir ajuda com mercadoria. Aqui, ó.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurd. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Beleza, então esse capitão falou, eu não ouvi quase nada. Isso que é foda de jogar RPG à noite, mano. E que não tem dublagem. Já dormiu aí, Nandinho? Falou aí, mano. Dorme com Deus.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Be back soon, Captain.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Tirfredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.